Very good afternoon and many thanks for joining us on Live at 1, the digital edition. I'm Michael Njenga. Now we kick off on a sad note where 4 people have died and 6 others have been critically injured after a fire razed their houses at Gatwekera in Kibera slum, Nairobi. According to residents, the fire started at around midnight and was caused by a paraffin stove that exploded, burning a mattress in one of the houses before the fire spread. The bodies of a mother and her child were taken to the Nairobi City Mortuary and the injured were rushed to the Kenyatta National Hospital. Residents are now calling on the national government to enhance the emergency response capacity of relevant agencies as firefighters did not respond to their distress calls on time.
Barabara safi ili wakati kama huu moto ikitokea tuweze kukua na hizi fire brigade ziweze kuingia ndani na moto zizimwe kwa haraka iwezekanavyo.
Bila nimefika hapa nimepata watu wangu wenye walikuwa naishi na yeye hapa karibu, nikamuuliza nini alikuwa mbaya. Belinda alisaa toka na bwana yake vizuri sana, ati alirudi kuchukua manguo.
Now, a British court will today sentence a 55-year-old man accused of sexually assaulting hundreds of young boys near Gilgil, Kenya, where he worked on a rescue program for street children. Simon Harris was found guilty of 8 counts of indecent and sexual assault on 5 homeless boys, one of whom was just 9 years old. During hearing, a victim giving evidence of the assault was too terrified and allegedly took away his own life. Harris, a former teacher, was jailed and placed on the sex offenders register for life in 2009 for possession of child pornography in Britain. Described by police as a prolific and calculating sexual predator, Harris denied luring boys to his home near Gilgil between 2002 and 2013 using food, money and the promise of schooling. The Briton has been running a charity called VI, which helped arrange teaching placements in Kenya for British gap year students. Move on to matters counties, and over 2,000 residents of Samburu County have benefited from a donation of relief food from the World Food Program and the Samburu County government. Prolonged drought in the area has rendered many families vulnerable to drought. 6,500 bags of maize, beans and cooking oil were earmarked for distribution to residents. Some of the 1,500 bags will be supplied to residents in far-flung remote corners of the county.
Kiangazi imezidi kabisa. Na wakati sasa tuko na njaa kabisa kusema kweli, na hata serikali yetu ambayo anajua kweli sisi tuko na njaa.
Staying with county matters, health workers in Murang'a have a sigh of relief after court in Nyeri ordered the Murang'a County government to continue paying them until their case is heard and determined on April 28th this year. The court also ordered the workers to continue offering services in their respective workstations as they wait further directions. The workers claim the county government has failed to absorb them on permanent and pensionable basis as directed by the Ministry of Health and Public Service Commission. The medics had filed an application seeking to have the court bar the county government from locking them out of their workstations after negotiations collapsed.
7 Murang'a Health County workers who had come to petition court for being locked out of work.
What I would like to urge the members that we are here, we have to remain observant of law.
Across the borders, the Tanzanian government has banned a traditional dance usually performed at weddings and social gatherings, with police saying it attracts muggers and criminal gangs, placing those attending such events at risk. The dance has also come under criticism from ordinary Tanzanians as they say it threatens the culture and identity. The Kidogoro is a traditional dance in Tanzania and in recent years has gone viral. The dance consists of women vigorously shaking their bodies, and some performers have even stripped naked while performing the dance. Aman Mwansoko, the Director of Culture Development in the Ministry of Information, Youth, Sports, announced that the Tanzanian government has declared this dance unlawful. Well, Sierra Leone is mourning the death of Augustine Baker, a man who worked with children orphaned by Ebola after he succumbed to the same disease himself. Baker, who was admitted at an Ebola treatment center last week, had worked for an orphanage run by United Kingdom charity organization based in the outskirts of Freetown. Ebola has killed more than 9,500 people in Sierra Leone, Liberia and Guinea, but the three states have promised to attain zero Ebola infections within the next 2 months. Let's now move on to the day's business. And Kenya's largest bank by assets, KCB, posted an 18% increase in its full-year profitability in 2014 to 23.8 billion shillings. Their profit growth was achieved on the back of the increased lending, as the bank recorded a 24.6% increase in lending to 283.7 billion shillings. This translated in a 9% increase in its net interest income to 35.95 billion shillings. KCB Group Chief Executive Officer Joshua Oigara says the bank is now focusing on the mobile and digital banking space to more than double its customer base from 4 million to 10 million customers in the next 2 years.
So 23.8 billion shillings worth of income, pre-tax basis, 16.8 on net basis, strong growth on fees and commissions. So, and that's an area which, when you see your mobile banking, agency banking, 21%. We alone have 16,000 points of sale. Chairman talks about Prepare Card, Transit, which is the transport sector, the points of sale, the merchants that we have, the county governments, the central government collections. This is the way of digitizing payments and enhancing transparency and increasing revenue collections for our country. It's the biggest business we see. You know, our target is to grow the points of sale to 100,000.
And staying in the banking industry, yet another large bank, CFC Stanbic Bank, has announced a 5.5% rise in full-year pre-tax profit to 7.39 billion shillings, citing a rise in net interest income. The bank has said in a statement its net interest income increased to 8.38 billion shillings in 2014 from 7.5 billion shillings in 2013. During the period under review, CFC Stanbic Bank's lending went up by nearly 28% to 88.3 billion shillings. The bank's directors plan to pay a total dividend of 12 shillings and 85 cents per share for the year. CFC Stanbic Bank is a subsidiary of the CFC Stanbic Holdings, which also operates as stock brokerage and investment services firms in Kenya. Well, let's now take a look at how the currencies are doing. And in the currency market, the Kenyan shilling remains stable against the US dollar, with the dollar inflows from tea auction sales easing end-month demand for dollars by importers. According to the Central Bank of Kenya, commercial banks are now buying the dollar at an indicative rate of 91 shillings and 34 cents and selling it at 91 shillings and 48 cents. Versus the euro, the Kenyan shilling is exchanging at 103 shillings and 80 cents buying, 103 shillings and 99 cents selling, while trading at 141 shillings and 96 cents buying and 142 shillings and 24 cents selling to the sterling pound. Taking a look at the regional currencies, the local currency is largely unchanged against the Rwandese franc at 7 shillings and 48 cents buying, 7 shillings and 58 cents selling. Against the Tanzanian shilling, the Kenyan shilling is exchanging at 19 shillings and 83 cents buying, 19 shillings and 97 cents selling, while trading at 31 shillings and 44 cents buying, 31 shillings and 60 cents selling to the Ugandan shilling. Well, that's it on Live at 1, the digital edition. My name is Michael Njenga. God bless.